So I don't know if I've shared this before, but I have a real challenge with overblown expectations and that striving for perfection thing. So that's why I'm doing this video right now, because it's second, third time I've tried to start up a YouTube thing, and every time I get a little bit worked up over, whether or not I'm just, for lack of a better term, bloviating or wasting people's time, and all of a sudden I've got a lot of light on this side of my face. Lovely. Here, let me step here where there's a little bit less. So, and oftentimes I let the search for the perfect interrupt the more than adequate. So, this is the first video in what will be hopefully a consistent channel for the Project Freelance. What the Project Freelance is, I'll explain it more in depth, but basically what it boils down to is I can't work a corporate job anymore. I have sent my kids off into the world. They're doing greatly and successfully. My wife is doing remarkably well. And I'm largely spinning my wheels, but I'm spinning my wheels in more creative directions. There's a lot of potential irons in the fire, and there's at least one oracle who has declared that at some point or another I shall have books and be touring the country. Yes, no, maybe, go figure. I don't know. But in order to make any of that happen, I have to make this happen. I have to take the steps to get my face out there, to make people familiar with me, to show them that the experience that I bring with me, that my insights and that my take on the world is actually one worth paying at least a reasonable modicum of attention to. If nothing else, you'll get to hear fun words like modicum and bloviate, and even if you're ever so lucky, loquaciousness. Personally, I'm always going to try and drop Cal Pigeon wherever I can. And now, I'll give you a couple minutes to seek out a dictionary. All right, once you're done looking those up, I highly recommend you include them into your own regular conversation. I'm not entirely certain what you can expect from this, but I can tell you, in my time, I have been in the construction trades for 10 years, in sales for 20. I've been a parade pirate for 20 years as of this August. I've been a Toastmaster for about 10 years. I'm a distinguished Toastmaster. I have been a concrete precaster, specializing in septic tanks. I built restaurant furniture for all of a week. I was a cannabis tour guide. I was a senior high school event overnight host, leading game shows and factor of fear type contests where I would pay teenagers to eat live Madagascar hissing cockroaches for what effectively amounted to a minimum wage position. I was also a cannabis tour guide. I've been driving forever. I've raised two sons into their mid and late 20s with only one collective night in jail between the two of them, and I'll never tell you which. Unless you ask me, of course. Well, duh. That's a fun story. With that, though, there is a real goal to put myself out there. One thing that figures in very prominently is a personal thirst for novelty and adventure. I love finding new stuff. I love access. I love getting into places that other people can't go. I love seeing things other people can't see. And I love that constant stimulation of new stuff. And you'll get some of that. You'll get that passionate discourse, and I'm hoping to have a few friends on these as well as time goes by. What else you'll get, though, is bad days, because I am medicated for generalized anxiety, recurring major depressive disorder. I'm on some mood stabilizers for ADHD, and I deal with all of this on a regular basis as basically a fat middle-aged white guy, which I'm kind of trying to work on those things as well. Not a lot I can do about the middle-aged or the white guy part, but I can hopefully shave off some of the fat. Anyway, it's necessary that I do a first video in order to do a 100th video, in order to do a 1,000th video, in order to find my feet and put myself out there for everybody to see. This is it. This is me. And hopefully you and I will have a lot of worthwhile time to get through things as time goes by. I look forward to the next one.